Aubrey. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another reaction video. So in today's video, I'm actually gonna be reacting to some scary videos because it's spooky season. It's spooky season, so I figured I want to watch something scary. So I'm gonna be reacting to a few different reaction videos. Let's try that again. I'm gonna be reacting to a few different scary videos within this video. Because the videos that I found are like 3 minutes long, and then one is like 6 minutes long. So I don't know which ones I'm gonna put in the video yet, so we'll decide that in just a second. But before we get into the spooky things, it's time for the shout out. So today's shout out goes to Charlene Yearwood, and she said, "Yes, missed you, great reaction." And I don't even remember what video she put that on, but missed you too. I miss all of y'all so much, and thank you so much for the nice comment. At this point, I'm trying to just keep the content coming because I'm having so much fun freaking doing this. So on my days off, I'm trying to get these videos to you all because I owe this to y'all. I literally owe this to all of you for being gone for so long. Yet again, this is like my second time going MIA. So y'all deserve it. I'm serious. Y'all deserve all this. But Charlene, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it so much. So thank you. Okay, so I guess we're gonna hop on into the scary stuff, y'all. I'm a little bit scared. So first off, all of these scary videos are coming from Wansee Entertainment. The first video I'm going to be watching is called The Cake Horror Story Animated. I don't possibly know what this could even begin to play out like The Cake Horror Story. It's a horror story about a cake. Like, what's gonna be going on with this daggone cake? I love cake. Like, I don't want to be viewing cake in bad ways now after watching this, but we are just gonna have to see. So let's just do it. I'm stalling. Let's just do it. Let's do it. The cake made by my friends almost killed me.
This incident occurred when I just turned 12. It was a big day for me, since we were going to throw my birthday party. Everyone in my house was busy decorating inside. A lot of my friends and all my family members were supposed to come, so I was pretty excited at that moment. Later on, almost everyone had arrived, and I was waiting for two girls named Saya and Alania. They were twin sisters whom I just met a few days ago. We weren't actually that close to each other, but I thought they were nice and fun to hang out with.
No, they look like they up to no good.
I invited them the day I met them on the street, and they laughed and said that they would love to come.
No.
In fact, I didn't really think about them and forgot about those twin sisters soon, since I was enjoying the gifts I got. A few hours went by. I heard a loud knock on the door.
They won't be coming to my house looking scary like that.
When I opened the door, the twin sisters, Saya and Alania, were standing there and smiling.
Ew!
Come on in. I greeted them and tried to invite them inside. However, one of the girls said, "We weren't expecting this many guests." At first, what she told me seemed
not the side eye,
but I didn't think much of it because they were too shy and didn't
look at the walk.
Around too many people. So I introduced them to everyone in the house. Everything was fine until that
Where
moment.
her parents at?
Not long after,
I would have seen them and be like,
they came closer to me saying that they have my present. It was the cake they made. It looked like a normal cake, but smelled really bad.
Oh Lord, is this something dead in
For
there?
a long time. No doubt, I felt disgusted. But soon, I decided not to judge by its looks. So I eventually tried one bite.
Why?
To my surprise, it tasted really good. I proceeded to eat more and more.
Sis.
But then, my eyes suddenly started to go blurry. The last
They
thing
dropped the
I
cake?
remembered were the twins' big creepy grin.
Oh no!
That I was dragged by them somewhere. Then
911. Where are her parents?
I don't know how much time went by.
Where are the adults?
But when I woke up again, I was in a hospital.
What the
I could feel my
hell?
whole body hurting, and my parents almost cried when they saw me wake up. I was confused and asked the nurse standing next to me what had happened.
Did I miss something?
Then she told me that a lot of guests noticed that I was gone at certain points on that day.
So nobody saw.
They were looking for me, and they eventually found me unconscious and beaten up terribly in our shed. My parents were shocked and immediately called the ambulance and the police. They asked everyone all kinds of questions, but then one of my friends noticed the twin girls were gone too.
Why they
Eventually,
beat
they
her?
were found in my attic, hiding behind some big boxes.
What the
It
hell?
was said that they were covered in blood and were smiling widely.
911!
It
Get 'em
turned
outta
out
here.
that the girls put the heart and the guts of a dead sheep, some small bones, and even thin, small needles in the cake I ate. And they also put lots of candies, chocolates, and some sweet things, so that's why I couldn't notice anything weird. It is said that the girls had escaped from juvenile a few days ago, exactly on the day I first met them.
Wow.
I didn't swallow any of the needles, but I had to
Oh my
suffer from food
God.
poisoning badly for a while. The doc
That is
told me I was very lucky to survive. To this day, I still wonder what would have happened to me that day if my family and friends hadn't found me in time.
Wow. Okay, so my whole thing is this. Nobody, she said they dragged her body out. Nobody saw that happening. Nobody saw them dragging this little girl by her ankles outside. They found her in the shed, so that would have meant she ate the cake in the house, right? In the house. They already established that there were a lot of people there because the girl said, I didn't think there would be this many people here. How they drag her through the whole house and all the way outside to the shed without nobody noticing? Nobody noticed her getting dragged. What? And she nice. Like my parents, if I would have said, oh, I want this person to come to my birthday, I want these people to come to my birthday party, they gonna do background checks, all that stuff. I want to talk to your parents before I let these kids in my house. I want to talk to your parents first. Like I want to get to know your parents and like all this stuff. See what kind of people, what kind of children I'm bringing into the house. You know what I mean? And what kind of children are around my child. Like she said, she just met them a few days ago. Like my parents want to let that slide. I'm sorry, they wouldn't even let them come to the house and be like, I don't know them. I don't know their parents. Like I don't know about that. That's messed up. That's crazy. That's crazy. She was being nice. She said she wouldn't judge them and still ate that cake. I wouldn't have ate that cake if I knew it smelled nasty. I wouldn't have touched that cake. But she said she was only 12. She was being nice. She didn't want to judge nobody. Okay, y'all. So the second video that I'm going to be reacting to is called The Carpenter. So once again, the last one we just watched, it was some sketchy twins. Now I'm assuming it's going to be a super sketchy carpenter. So let's see. The carpenter at my house.
This happened not long after we moved into our house in 2003.
That's hair.
It was a nice and big house.
Damn, that's a big house.
It was made in the 1950s. One day I
Well,
was in my
house
backyard
haunted.
watering the grass, and then out of the corner of my eye, I saw something that made me pause. There was a man standing next to the shrubs near our backyard's wall.
Why his
He
neck
was
bent
dressed
over like that
Carpenter.
in the shadows?
His head looked like it was tilted sideways, and his body was slightly facing our fences sideways. Then he saw me and smiled kindly at me.
Bye.
At first, I thought he was fixing someone's house, and that it was his job. However, only after he faced me, I realized that wasn't the case.
What he doing?
When I looked at him with narrowed eyes, I noticed that his neck was visibly broken, causing his head to awkwardly tilt to the side.
Ew!
I then saw that he waved at me once, but I was too shocked to scream at the time. After
Girl!
I gained consciousness,
I would've ran!
I looked around, but he had vanished and had literally faded away. 2 nights later,
I would've been like, am I
woke
going
up at 3
crazy?
a.m. Noise was coming from my ceiling. It sounded like someone wearing construction boots was walking very slowly. I started to freak out.
A carpenter
thinking
had
that
to have
it
died
might be a
there,
thief.
and he's haunting the
However,
place.
I suddenly realized that that part of the roof was so thin, which meant nobody could walk on it. The steps abruptly stopped after
she's
a
at that
while,
big-ass house
and
by
when I felt
herself?
at ease, I heard another horrible sound. I heard a sharp scream that sounded like a man, then a loud thud, as if someone
So he
had
fell and
dropped on
broke
my
his neck.
ceiling, followed after. I covered my head with a blanket. My hands and whole body shivered. And after
Girl, I would have been out that house.
Nothing, I peeked outside. It was completely quiet. I saw and heard nothing, but I couldn't fall back asleep that night. The next morning, I started to look up the history of the house. To my surprise, it turned out that there was a report about the carpenter I met a few days before in the backyard. In 1958, he had been hired to fix the roof while the owners were on vacation. However, the carpenter had fallen abruptly through the weak spot on the roof while he was working and had broken his neck.
That sucks.
He couldn't scream
that's
for
horrible.
help, and no one ever knew what happened to him as the owners were gone for 2 weeks.
Oh, dang.
He was finally found when they came back, but had already died.
Oh.
This happened right above my bedroom. Suddenly, I felt bad for the poor guy, and I guess he's still looking after things.
Oh, stop.
Since then, I've seen him sometimes, but
Girl!
I'm no longer afraid of him.
I would have been out that house. I don't care. I don't care. So you just chilling there now? Y'all chilling together now? Y'all chilling together now. I feel sorry for what happened to him because that's horrible. And the fact that, you know, they were gone for 2 weeks and so his body was there for 2 weeks. But I'm leaving that house. I know it's kind of hard because you've already made those obligations with payments and stuff like that with the house, but I just couldn't stay there. After that, even the night where she was hearing all the footsteps and stuff, no. I would have been at somebody else's house. I wouldn't stay there. Then after seeing the history, talking about she sees him sometimes and she just waves or whatever. No, I'm not waving at you. I'm leaving. I'm leaving because now he's stuck at that house. Like his spirit is stuck there. So I don't know what they would have to do, like a cleansing of the house or something. Because I mean, I guess he doesn't seem like a bad spirit. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem like he was a demon or anything. But there's just no way I could stay in a house like that. And then being by myself, no. There's no way. I'm too scary for all that. No, there's no way. Yeah, okay, so the last video I'm going to be doing a reaction to is called True Dorm Horror Story. So we are going to see what's going on with this one. Now, I don't even know what to expect really at this point, so let's just see. Roommate, I don't know. I can't believe what I saw at my dorm.
This story is about when I first moved to the city and joined the company. Our company was running a dormitory at the time, and I was the one from the countryside, so I decided to stay in the dormitory. One day after work, I came back to the dormitory and was eating my dinner with the TV on.
He laughing.
It was almost
midnight
after
working watch something that got me laughing like that nonstop.
I was laughing and watching some comedy shows. And then I felt a sudden strangeness. You know, like it feels like someone is staring at you. Feeling weird, I turned my head toward the window. And I couldn't move as my whole body stiffened with a tremendous chill. I couldn't even scream.
Show it!
The woman's face was stuck in the window as I turned casually to look.
Oh no!
And she was staring at me without any movement.
Why is her whole face taking up the window?
Let's think about it. The windows in the dorm were not even small. It was just the size of a normal person's upper body. But look, a face big enough to fill that size of a window? Can you imagine what it was? And what was scary was,
look at how small her pupil
is. I was on the 5th
is.
floor at the time. How could she even stand over there, staring at me? I was frozen.
Ooh, not the snot,
I couldn't run away. I could only just watch her glaring eyes. It was lucky that I could move as the ghost disappeared the moment someone knocked on my door. One of my coworkers in the next room came to my room saying that he had something urgent to do. And when he looked at my pale face, he asked me if I was okay. So I explained to him what I had just saw. And then his face looked a little stiff.
You saw the same thing?
Well, he didn't say anything anymore, but I knew it. I was sure. I'm not the only one who saw her here. Anyway, something strange has happened to me since then. Sometimes when people get together and talk about ghost stories, I suddenly start to feel nauseous. like ghosts are coming to see me. For example, one day I was with my friends in a restaurant, and as soon as they started talking about ghosts, my skin turned pale, and I started sweating all over my body.
He's traumatized from that.
At first, they thought I was lying or trying to prank them. But when I looked at the door with a serious look on my face and told my friends not to keep telling those stories, they all had to shut up.
I thought they're going to show a scary face.
Something's wrong with me. So, anyone who's watching this story, I hope you guys always check out the window.
Don't say that.
Especially when you're alone in your house. Always.
Don't say that. I'm scared. So, I mean, those were some kind of scary videos. I mean, they weren't really that scary. I mean, the first one was just straight up, I would have been ready to fight somebody. The second one, now that one was a little bit spooky. I would have got out that house like ASAP. And then the third one, I didn't really get no closure from that one. Like, who was the woman? Why was she there? Where did she come from? Like, I didn't get no closure because I needed a backstory of like if they did research and tried to figure out who she was or whatever. Like, I don't know about that one. So that one was, I mean, it was scary because her face was all up in the window like that, and her pupils were like the size of a little pebble. But I mean, I needed some closure and I didn't get that. So if you know of any other scary videos I can react to for spooky season, y'all let me know down in the comments down below. And maybe next time I'll react to a different channel, like a spooky channel, and see if I can find some more videos too. I hope you all enjoyed this reaction video. Let me know down in the comments what you all want to see next. Have a good day or night, whatever it is for you, and I will see you all in the next video.